Alright everybody, I'm out here to do my boat review. My boat has been at my sister-in-law's house for a little while, and I've gotten it back, and first day off that I've had in a long time to be able to come out and do a boat review of any sort. I've had several requests asked about some mods that I've done to my boat, and if anything I've done a few. You see one right there on the trolling motor. Put my fish finder up at the front. But anyway, I'm going to talk a little bit about my boat today. Some things that I like, don't like about it, and we'll go from there. First thing I talk about is the swing away arm on it. Love it because it will not fit in my garage without it. One thing you may notice is that my swing away latch is not the same one that came with the boat. I misplaced mine, and thankfully I was able to purchase another one from Bass Pro for it. So they got it, and it's actually relatively inexpensive. The chain, safety chains, everything, and by the way, they worked. I'll tell you what happened with that later. One thing that I do like about it, if you notice right here, it actually have a pad there, so when you swing it open, it'll actually keep from scratching your boat with the nuts from the safety chain on it. So the swing away tongue on this boat is really nice on it, and like I said, it wouldn't fit in my garage no other way without it. Couple of things. Well, I just had it open. It rained. It's been raining for the past couple of days. Had all of my compartments open to dry out. I just got my cover. It only took 2 months, but my cover just came in for it on Friday. And as a matter of fact, as soon as I get through filming this video, I am going to cover it up. I may film it and show you how to put the cover on once I do it one time to learn myself. But all in all, I'm very pleased with my boat. Another mod that I'm going to do, and I should have brought it out here, is I'm actually going to replace the fish finder that came with it with the new Elite 5 Ti that I've purchased. That's what I use my $400 gift card. I actually purchased that, and I think I'm alike. I hadn't put it on yet, but I'm going to do that. I've heard a lot of reviews about the safety straps on it. I am going to replace mine too. I'm going to purchase, because these are pretty hard to put on it, so I am going to replace those straps on it as well. But overall, you know, they're okay, but I am going to get rid of them for something a little bit easier to do on it. There was a review that I seen about the fenders on the boat, and yes, that is plastic. I mean, it's a hard plastic, true enough, but yes, it is plastic. But like I say, it is serving the purpose for me. The one thing that I saw the Heritage boat have on it that mine do not, it actually had up under the trailer a place for you to put the a spare tire. This one does not have it, so we're going to I'm going to eventually put a spare tire on here. I'm going to have to obviously buy the brackets and everything for it as well. So as you can tell, I've ran my fish finder up here. There's my cables and everything for it. When I get up in the boat, I'm going to show you a little bit more about that. I'll talk about me mounting my fish finder on my trolling motor in a few minutes. But overall, the outside of the boat is nice. I like it. Everything is good. And again, I'm going to tell you some of my cons that I don't like about it, but in a few minutes. Okay, I'm up in my boat. I really like it. As you can tell, the cockpit has some really nice gauges on it. It's very refined. I went ahead on and went in the house and got my Elite 5 Ti. That's my new baby. I'm going to be hooking it up within the next week, I guess. As soon as I have another time off, I went ahead on and I had purchased a hook 7. I mounted up there. I bought a ram mount and put it up there as well. My cleats and stuff for my seat. As you can tell, I ran my trolling motor. I got the transducer on the trolling motor and ran my cable up the shaft and down the side to my fish finder here. But I got it's convenient, so when I'm sitting in my seat, it's right there at it. One thing that I did do, instead of drilling holes, I'm not a fan of drilling holes. I actually got the self-adhesive clamps. If you see, one have already came off, probably because of the heat that's out here. But again, I can just pop that off, pop a new one on, and keep going on it. One negative that I have about the boat is there is literally no dry storage on this boat. Everything will get soaked in wet. Literally, every compartment on the boat will get wet in the rain. I mean, like soaked. One good thing about it is the boat does drain very well. One of the reviews that I saw actually said to prop your boat up when you take it off your trailer, prop it up higher in the back so that all of the water will drain. And I do it, and like I said, it does drain well. However, all of the compartments will get wet in the boat. I mean, soaking wet. No dry storage. And actually, while I'm standing here, I actually bought another box, a dry storage box from Academies, and that's what I use here. Well, I need to get to any dry storage. I don't have much in here, but a few fish finders and of course my LEDs and stuff off in there. And I have some other tackle up under that I don't want to get wet. But yeah, I purchased that because, like I said, there's no dry storage here at all on this boat. Cockpit, I'm very pleased with. I like everything about it. Actually, I can put my legs. I'm short. I'm a heavy man, but I'm short, and my legs fit down there very nice. I love the switches, and everything is within reach on it. And they also said that it sips gas. I fished for 3 days in a row on this boat and filled up on the first day and have not went back on it. But so it does sip gas. Now, the one thing that I do not like about the boat is I wished it had a master power switch on it where I can just flip it and turn everything off, because I have little ones that likes to play in my boat. The aerator, it's on. The bilge in the aerator, it's actually on. And if you're not paying any attention, you won't hear that humming in the back, and it can run the battery down, or even worse, mess up your pumps. So I do wish they had a master kill switch. Again, I'm gonna have my Elite TI sitting here. I've gotten my ram mounts and everything for it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it today. I may start taking this out today and start playing around with my Elite TI. One good thing is my Elite TI fits this exact mount. It literally had this exact mount, so it's possible that I can put it on there. The one flaw, and I have played with this, by the way, when I put my Elite TI here, it's so wide, it actually hits right here. So I'm afraid my angle of it may be somewhere over here. But I actually have a ram mount to put here. So I'm going to play with whether or not I'm going to put the ram mount here or put it back on the base and just have it tilted more this way. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do it, but like I say, when I do it, you know, you guys are going to be the first to know. My throttle shifter here, everything I like about it. I'm still learning my trims, still trying to perfect that, but it's good. Like I say, we got the volt 12 volt charger there. I love that for my cell phone when I'm out here charging. But overall, it's pretty nice cockpit, nice everything. And this puppy cranks on a dime. I mean, literally, I just tap the ignition and it's running. Motor is super quiet. I can run this baby at 25-30 miles an hour and still have a decent conversation in a boat, and the motor is not overpowering you. So that 50 horse Merc does its job, and it's quiet on here, and it sips gas. Now the compartments up in the front, like I say, did I mention no dry storage? Yeah, no dry storage. This is probably the largest compartment in the boat. This is where I keep my anchors, and normally I have my throwable off in there as well. I got a lot of stuff out of my boat because I'm about to store it for a little while. But I do like this compartment. The one flaw with this compartment is that when it rains, it literally will hold water. Don't understand that well. And it has no drain plug to drain the water out. You just have to use a cup to drain it. But I did notice that when I anchored the boat up higher in the front so it'll drain in the back, it will help eliminate a lot of that. My live well, love it. I wish I had a pump out system, but like you say, whether it have it or not, I mean, it still drains well. It essentially uses gravity to drain the water out the back. But it works. I wish I had a timer on it that cuts it on and off. But it is what it is. Again, back sitting up here, the one thing that I don't like about where this pedestal is, and up here when I'm sitting in my seat, my trolling motor pedal, I'm a big boy, so it's kind of crammed on where I put it, and because the cable is so stiff, it's hard to get it out of the way. So it is what it is. Most of the time I usually fish on this side of the boat, so I actually put my trolling pedal over here on this side of the boat. And by the way, thanks to YouTube, I learned how to rig up this my depth finder up at the front. Saves me $300, and it didn't take me no time to do. What I did do, and I will give you heads up about, is this panel right here have 5 screws up at the top and 5 screws down at the bottom, and they use self-tapping screws, so it's super hard to find the holes again, and I just got closest drilled and put it back in. One thing that I do like about it, they actually have the connection for the power for your depth finder up under here right there at the front, so I didn't have to run any cables to hook up my depth finder up at the front. It was here. Now, one caveat that I would tell you is that when you take this panel right here off, I had a hard time finding the power cord, but they actually did you nice because they actually cable tied it to the power that goes up here for the trolling motor. It's just you have to pull that cable all the way out before you see that it's actually cable tied to it, and it's very neat. So once I ran my power cord, I only had to drill one hole in here, and that's right here for my power to come through. I actually purchased this clamshell for it to make it look neat and give it a nice aesthetic look, a clean aesthetic look on it. I didn't want just a hole just sticking out. As you can tell, what I did was I used self-adhesive clamps to come around my trolling motor. As you see, this one has came loose, but again, I have plenty of these clamps. Take it off, put it on. I have no holes in my trolling motor, and I just clamped it down, and like I said, you have to have your loop here for your motor to twist, and just ran it down there. Now, the one thing I do like, I purchased the cover for my trolling motor, for the transducer at Bass Pro. And it was pretty nice. It made this installation very simple. I just put it in and put the cable tie, and I did put tape around there for the clamp go around my trolling motor so it didn't damage that. So that works out well. You know, it took me 30 minutes maybe to do this, get my cable ties through, and to actually clamp this down. I decided not to run my cables for my transducer up under here because there wasn't a lot of space up under this panel to do it, but it works out well right here. It's not totally in my way. I wish I could do something with that bundle right there, but you know, it's okay. Haven't bothered me and got in the way. So, and I mounted my ram mounts right here on the front to give it a little height, so I don't have to reach down or look as far when I'm sitting in my seat, and I love it. The gunnels, I love that VersaTrack on the gunnels. I have a spider rig that I'm going to purchase and hook up right there, so I'm really looking forward to that. Now this compartment right here is probably the second, well, it actually is the biggest, but I don't have all my rods and everything in it. But this is a nice compartment right here. Usually when I'm fishing, this is where I throw all of my, anything I might be using for the day, I actually throw it off in here. That's where I put it. So it's a nice compartment. All my friends love having the rod storage compartment right here, and it does come in handy. When I'm traveling, I actually keep my trolling motor pedal right here in this thing. What I normally put down here is my cooler between that, so this is a nice little space in between that to store coolers or anything like that off in there. And again, this compartment here usually gets the wettest when it's rain, so bad flaw there, but I guess they didn't advertise for dry storage on this boat, so it's not false advertisement, it's just something to be aware of. And under the seat storage, I do like it. This is where you'll find your other lights for the front. And again, a neat thing about this, it actually has a light switch that you don't know that's right here. You hit that and it actually will shine pretty good light up under your feet while you're up at the front fishing. I keep a few of my rope, first aid, and there's the fire extinguisher actually back there as well. So nice little handy compartment to keep your little handy items here. Again, no dry storage. And what I've learned is I just leave my compartments open in the sun to help dry it out after the rain on it. And back here I've showed you this compartment. It's probably the most versatile compartment in the boat. Back here I normally keep my extra fishing gear and everything off in here, and again I've purchased that compartment right there from Bass Pro to keep all of my dry stuff in it. But it's a nice little compartment here. This pedestal back here for the back seat, I like them, pretty nice on it. Everything else back here is nice, and again the motor is super quiet. This baby really sips gas, I must admit, on it. And my battery compartment, love it. Of course, having this built-in gas tank is wonderful because I don't have to worry about the portable gas tank. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 11 gallons, 11.2. Your two trolling motors, I mean two batteries, excuse me, off in here. And as you notice, I added my battery charger off in here. See if I can reach it without falling. And I just actually have it sitting off in here, excuse me, literally off in there, just sitting there. I want to mount it either to the front. I have some Velcros. I'm not comfortable with drilling holes in my boat yet, but I actually just have it stuck off in there. It's actually connected. There's a panel back in the back, I don't know if you can see it, that I originally had planned to mount that to, but it was so difficult to get to it, even with the batteries out, that I don't know. Right now, it's just been sitting perfect right there. It's been out the way. Whenever, like I'm going to charge it in a few minutes, all I do is pull my power cord right there up and charge it. So I do have my battery charger in here, and it's just laying off in there for right now. Haven't gotten in my way. Don't know if I'm gonna do anything with it. I do have some Velcro to put off in there. That's 10-15 pounds Velcro. I weighed that battery charger and it's 5 pounds, so the Velcro should be enough to hold it. But you know, with it bouncing on the water, we'll find out. I'll let you know how that review go. Again, I'm not really fond just yet of screwing in the holes in my boat yet, but we'll see. Again, I don't know what else I can tell you. Love the boat, love it, love it, love it. Overall impression, go get you one. And again, no dry storage. Bum deal there, very bum deal, but it is what it is. I know it doesn't have it, so I just guard against it. I originally wanted the 175 TF, but my pocket told me something different, so I had to go with this, and I'm totally not dissatisfied. I love it. It's been wonderful. I've had nothing but compliments on this boat since I've had it, and if you get one, I think you're going to love it as well. Again, it's an exceptional boat. My next project, just so you know, I'm going to have the Elite TI mounted on this boat. I'm going to do it within the next week. I am going to record it, and I'll let you know how that goes. I'm about to put my cover on it in a few minutes. So if you want to see how that works, let me try it first, and I will get back with you guys and walk through putting the cover on it. Again, this is the Pro 170. Love it so far. Great boat, great riding boat. Very, very, very impressed with it. So if you have any comments or anything about it, just let me know. Drop it in the comments below. I would say like and subscribe. I don't know how many more videos I'm going to put up, but trust me, I'm going to keep people posted on my boat. I'm excited. This is my first boat. I didn't show some of the war wounds, scratches and stuff on it for my lack of experience in it. I may do that once I get comfortable and it doesn't hurt my pride to show you some of the scratches that I had on it just from my inexperiences. But wonderful boat. I think you guys will be impressed with it. Anything you want to see, anything you like about it or don't like, or want me to tell you what I've done or want to share with this boat, drop your line or drop it in a message below and let me know, and I'll be sure to add it. I noticed that I didn't see a lot of good reviews on the Pro 170. I see it with a lot of other boats out there, but not this one in particular. So I'll be more than willing to share with you guys what I know in my experiences. Again, thank you for watching. Have a good one. May God bless.